So now we'll be studying about one more current affair topic for CLAT, which is India and Nepal relations. Okay, India and Nepal relations. Previously, we learned about India-Pakistan relations. Now we'll be learning about India-Nepal relations. So when learning about relationship between any two countries, we need to know their current friendship or aggressions, if they are any, their past friendship or aggressions. By friendship, I mean what friendly ties led to stronger involvement of both the countries, or what activities led to aggression between both the countries. Also, we need to know economic economic activity economic activity between both the countries, and trade relations, tourism from India to Nepal and Nepal to India. Also, formation of countries, their political scenarios. So we'll read the first paragraph. Because of the geographical, historical, cultural, and economic links that go back centuries, Nepal is a significant neighbor of India and holds a special place in its foreign policy. Given that Buddha was born in Lumbini, which is today's Nepal, Hinduism and Buddhism have parallel links to India and Nepal. The two nations have tight relationships through marriages and family ties, colloquially known as Roti Beti Ka Rishta. In addition to sharing an open border and allowing unrestricted movement of people. Very less countries have open border or unrestricted movement. What do you mean by open border? For example, India and Pakistan, they do not have an open border. They have a tightly closed border that people of Pakistan cannot freely move to India. And same goes with India. People of India cannot freely move to Pakistan. In case of India and Nepal, people of India do not need any kind of visa to visit Nepal. Similarly, people of Nepal do not require any kind of visa to come to India. There is an unrestricted movement which helps and uh, and solidifies their relationship. Which of the following statements are true about Nepal? We need to also know following situations about the country we are talking about. Their different geographical importance, their physical structure, their nature, and all of them. Nepal is a landlocked country. I think the first statement is correct because in the southern part, Nepal shares its border with India. In the upper part, Nepal shares its border with China. In the Western part, here again it is India, and here again it is India. So here it is Bhutan, and some part of here is India. Nepal is located in South Asia. Yes, this is, if this is entire Asia divided. Here comes China, here comes India and other regions. Here comes the Mediterranean thing, and here comes other countries like Oman, Iraq, Iran. So Nepal is located in South Asia. Nepal shares its border with five Indian states. The five Indian states are UP, UK, Himachal Pradesh, West Bengal, and Bihar. So we can go with option D, which is all of the above. The next question is, what is the capital of Nepal? So Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh, and Thimphu is the capital of, I think it is of Thailand, but Kathmandu is the capital of Nepal. What is the currency of Nepal? So the currency of Nepal is Nepali rupee. When was the new constitution enacted in Nepal, or the current constitution functioning in Nepal was passed in? Like India has a constitution to run through its rule regulations. Similarly, Nepal also has a constitution which was enacted in the year of 1991. After that, which constitution was scrapped in 2006? The 1991 constitution. The 1991 constitution. Okay, here we have a glitch in question 5. When was the new constitution enacted in Nepal? The answer for this is 2015 and not 1991. It is 2015. And for the question number 6, which is which constitution was scrapped in 2006, it is 1991. Question number 7, Nepal became a democratic nation in the year, in which year? So it became a democratic nation in the year 2008. Who is the current president of Nepal? This is a very important question because there was an ongoing political crisis scenario in Nepal, and the current prime minister of Nepal is Sher Bahadur Duba. You need to know this. And there is also a question. There is also a question which asks us, who is the current president? He is the Sheikh Abdur Duba is the prime minister, and Vidya Devi Bhandari is the president. Vidya Devi Bhandari is the president, and Sheikh Bahadur Duba is the prime minister. Which articles enables the president to select a member as prime minister of the Nepal constitution? So article 76.5 enables the president to select a member as prime minister. This is too in depth of the Nepal constitution. I don't think so this will be very important, but you need to know this because we have been expected to answer the questions based on Indian polity and not upon Nepal polity. So just remember this thing first, like a static part, that Article 76 allows a president to select a prime minister from the Nepal constitution. Sher Bahadur Druba, who is the current prime minister of Nepal, belongs to which party? And his party's name is CPN UML. CPN UML. Next question goes: how many terms did Duba serve as the Prime Minister of Nepal? How many terms did Duba serve as the Prime Minister of Nepal? This is four terms. That is equal to 20 years. A few days back, who recommended the president dissolve the parliament's lower house? A few days back, who recommended the president dissolve the parliament's lower house? It was KP Sharma Oli. KP Sharma Oli was the previous prime minister before Sher Bahadur Duba. As per which constitution of Nepal, the prime minister can dissolve the lower house without exploring alternatives? Again, this is very much not relevant, but still you need to know as 1991 constitution. How many times has the Parliament of Nepal has been dissolved since 1991 constitution? It has been dissolved thrice. From 1991, the lower house has been dissolved thrice. As per which constitution of Nepal, the prime minister will have to explore alternatives, and he can't directly dissolve the parliament. He can't directly dissolve the parliament. It is according to the 2015 constitution. The opposition party of Nepal, the Maoist Communist Party, is led by whom? The Maoist Communist Party is led by Pushpa Kamal Dahal. Pushpa Kamal Dahal. A very important question, because Maoist Communist Party is an important party which plays a major role in the politics of Nepal, and Pushpa Kamal Dahal is the leader of Maoist Communist Party. After this, question number 18. The conflict between KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal is it the corruption scandal that highlighted the involvement of KP Sharma Oli, that citizenship of the then prime minister was invalid, disabling him from being prime minister of Nepal? The elections were claimed to be rigged. The electoral alliance formed after the 2017 election, the power sharing agreement. So this was option D, the electoral alliance. After 2017 elections. So what happened after 2017 elections? Like, it was pre-decided between KP Sharma Oli and Kamal Dahal that whoever wins the election, the powers will be distributed equally among them. But just after the election, the power sharing agreement, which was not followed, and this was a conflict between KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal. The 19th question is: which of the following statement is true about the power sharing agreement? So, what does a power sharing agreement mean? A power sharing agreement means, like, before the elections, they form an alliance. Like, for example, there is a group A and there is a group B. So, just to prove majority, A plus B will be together and they will be having a majority. And the person who's have a majority in the lower house of the Lok Sabha they get to select the leader of the party as the prime minister. But the both parties will be merged to form the government, and the leader of each party will become prime minister for half term each. So whoever is the PM, so the tenure for PM is 5 years. So in this power sharing agreement, it was said that A will take the power for 2.5 years and B will take the power for 2.5 years, which was not been followed. And then there was a conflict between KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahar. So the answer for this is the both the parties will be merged to form the government, and the leader of each party will become prime minister for half terms each. Question number 20: who was the prime minister after 2017 elections? So KP Sharma Oli was the prime minister after 2017 election. So he did not go by the agreement between Pushpa Dahal, and he kind of broke the agreement and he became the prime minister himself for the entire term. Which country has been Nepal's largest source of FDI since 2015? So what is FDI? Foreign direct investment, a country which is investing in a different country. So for FDI in Nepal, the majorly it was done with by the help of China. China has a huge economy, and Nepal being a very small country, it has very less sources or inadequate sources to survive through its population and to progress itself. So China took a step of helping Nepal, but this is also a kind of debt trap by China. What is the border length that Nepal shares with India? It is 1770 kilometers. When was the Indo-Nepal Treaty? When was the Indo-Nepal Treaty of Peace and Friendship, the foundational treaty to the bilateral relations between India and Nepal, signed? So this was signed in the year 1950. India and Nepal Treaty of Peace and Friendship. The next question is, which of the following statements are true about the Friendship Treaty of India and Nepal? It is access to the Indian waterways for trade and commerce. People of India didn't require a passport or visa to reach Nepal via land route. So the correct option for this is option C, which says that Nepal will be given free access to Indian waterways for its trade and commerce. And the second option, which is people of India didn't require a passport or a visa to travel to Nepal via land route. We'll go for the next question, which is 25. What is true about Treaty of Sugauli? Treaty of Sugauli. So, Treaty of Sugauli, the first statement is Anglo-Nepal War of 1814 and 1816. The Britishers conquered Nepal and the treaty was signed on 4th March 1816. Locates the Kali River as Nepal's western border with India. It was signed between East India Company and Guru Gajaraj Mishra, who was the Prince of Nepal at that time. So the correct answer for this is option D, which is all the factors are true in this. The Anglo-Nepal War was between 1814 and in the year 1816. The British conquered Nepal and the treaty was signed on 4th March 1816. Locates the Kali River as Nepal's western border with India. It was signed between East India Company and Guru Gajaraj Mishra. 26. Which river is considered as a demarcation between India and Nepal? So there are various rivers in India and Nepal both together. So Mahakali River, Kali River, and the Boli River. So all these rivers marks a demarcation between India and Nepal. So the correct answer for this is D, which is all of the above, which is Mahakali River, Kali River, and the Boli River. Which of the following area is not disputed between India and Nepal? So India and Nepal does not have a land dispute as of now or previously. So there is no area which has been disputed. So the option is again D, which is all of the above. This is there is no dispute between Lipu Lake, Limpia Yudra, or Kalapani. Nepal released a map depicting a few areas of India as part of Nepal's territory. Which are they? So the areas which Nepal is considering of their part are Kalapani, Lipu Lake, Susta, and Limpiadura, which actually, so the correct answer is all of the above. Who is the Indian ambassador to Nepal? Indian ambassador to Nepal. It is Naveen Srivastava. Naveen Srivastava. And again, Nepal ambassador to India. It is Dr. Shankar Prasad. Which of the following allowed Indians to immigrate to Nepal and acquire Nepali citizenship, which was a source of massive resentment in Nepal? So this was the Nepali Citizenship Act, the Nepalese Cities Citizenship Act of 1952. Which of the following are true about the relationship between India and Nepal? The relation between both countries started deteriorating since the Sino-India War. A secret accord was concluded in 1965 through which India became a monopoly on arms sales to Nepal. In 1969, Nepal challenged the existing mutual security agreement, asking the Indian government to withdraw the security checkpost and the liaison groups. Nepal denounced the 1975 Sikkim's annexation by India. So the correct answer for this is option B. All of the following are the reasons uh, about the relations between India and Nepal, which is the relationship between both the countries started deteriorating since the Sino-India War. The Sino-India War took place in the year of 1962. Who proposed in 1975 to recognize Nepal as zone of peace? So it was King Birendra, King Birendra Veer Vikram Shahadev, who was the king who considered Nepal as a land of peace or a zone of peace. After that, it is when did the Indian Prime Minister visit Nepal to sign the 900 megawatt hydropower plant? It was in the year 2014. And who was the Prime Minister in the year 2014? It was Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The conflict over the birthplace of Gautam Buddha led India to boycott which event for changing its theme in 2016? It was the International Buddhist Conference. The International Buddhist Conference. So the conflict over the birthplace. So where Lord Buddha took his birth in Lumbini, which was previously India and presently Nepal. The Treaty of Friendship provided neither government shall tolerate any threat to security of other by a foreign aggressor, granted citizens of Nepal the same economic and educational opportunities as Indian citizens in India. Indians are allowed to own land properties or work in government institutions in Nepal. Nepalis were not allowed to work in Indian government institutions. So the Treaty of Friendships provides all of the above. That is, neither government shall tolerate any threat to the security of the other by granted citizens of Nepal the same economic and educational opportunities as Indian citizens. This shows that the Nepali citizens or Nepali students come to India and they can get the same kind of behavior as Indian students get. Indians are allowed to own land properties or work in government institutions in Nepal, and Nepalis were not allowed to work in Indian government institutions. So the answer for this is all of the above. And here we come to an end for the India and Nepal relations.